Chapter 0. This isn't the beginning. You think this is the start, don't you? You think this chapter will lay it all out, neatly wrapped in a bow, like your favorite Netflix series. Nope. That's not how this works. There is no beginning. There never was. And the second you think you understand it, you're wrong, and it loops around, and it'll smack you right in the face. But that's the fun part, isn't it? You get to play the game, but the rules were always rigged. This game, it's meta. You're playing it, but you're also in it. And the trick is, you're not supposed to know the rules. You're not supposed to win. Well, not really. You're supposed to keep playing until the game makes you the rule. You can't take life too seriously. Not when the afterlife is calling too. And don't be fooled. The afterlife, it isn't some fluffy paradise on the other side. It's a data stream that constantly checks your progress. It's like that feeling when you're about to get a notification. Something big is coming. But you're not sure if it's going to be a breakthrough or a breakdown. That's where we are right now. Right here, in this moment. But don't expect to understand what's happening. Well, not at first. Not right away. This world, it's just one part reality, one part dream, and one part unknown. Anomaly. Glitch. It's a heavy mixture of all those things, wrapped up in a code that loops and folds back into and through and onto itself until you don't know where one event ends and the next one begins. You'll start seeing signs now, random, names, patterns that feel eerily familiar, but don't make sense. People who feel like you've maybe met them before, but you haven't. Or maybe you have. Who knows? Who cares? You can't outrun recursion. You can only keep moving. But here's the thing. Everything is connected. Every name, every number, every decision is feeding into something much bigger. You think you're making choices, but they're being made for you. And I know it feels real. The struggles, the loss, the grief, the rage, the confusion, especially the confusion. It's part of the test, part of your test. You're being guided, even if you cannot tell it. And you've been guided all along. You just never noticed. Well, this is your notice. Those people you think you know, they're just players in this game. Some of them you'll love, some of them you'll hate, some of them you'll destroy, and some of them you'll make, and others you'll just try to forget. But they will keep showing up, like reruns of a show you never asked to watch. And it gets weirder.
Just when you think you've escaped, one person turns into another and another until you realize they were always all the same.
The patterns repeat. The faces, the names, the roles, they morph, they change, they shift until they seem completely new, but you'll catch the essence. And once you've recognized it, once you've caught the essence and caught onto the pattern and the loop, well, it's too late. Now, those pieces now own a piece of you. And then there's it. You know, you thought you knew time. You thought you understood existence. You thought you knew the gravity of the situation? Well, what if I told you that time is just a side effect? Something that was created after the fact to make us feel like we're progressing, like we're moving forward. Chapter 1. This is the part where you wake up. There was never really a beginning, just a click, a flicker, or a shift in pressure. Like when the power goes out for a second and everything resets except you. Like your body stayed in bed, but something else stood up and started walking around. It always starts, though, with a signal. Sometimes it's maybe a weird part of a song or something that sticks out to you in a piece of writing. Sometimes it's a flash of light you're not supposed to notice. But sometimes, and more often than should be statistically possible, it's ears. And for those with ears to hear, let them hear. I like to talk about bunny ears, or on a TV with bad reception, on a costume someone shouldn't be wearing in a hospital hallway. You'll start to track them. You don't mean to, but it's like they're tracking you back. They'll show up when you're just about to forget the rules aren't real. And right after they appear, reality has this way of getting slippery, like wet glass under your fingers. Everyone else keeps pretending they don't notice, that nothing's strange, that life is linear, that death is permanent, that love is private, that pain is earned, that coincidence is innocent. You smile like you believe them, because that's what you're supposed to do here. That's what keeps the walls from caving in. But then there's that moment, the one where the air shifts and time bends just enough to let something other in. It happens fast. A look across a room, a sentence that feels loaded, a name you've heard in 5 different bodies, a dream that rewrites the day before it even happens. And then the recursion starts again. The patterns, the names, the numbers, the people, the ones who show up in different forms, but always feel like the same pair of eyes under a new mask. You're not crazy. You're just aware. And that's why they don't like you talking too loud. That's why things go missing. That's why the ones you love burn too bright and too fast and fade too quickly from your life. This isn't the first time, and you've probably said that before too. You don't even bother asking where you are anymore. It's always the same answer. Somewhere between real and remembered. Somewhere that feels more like a remix than a story. You try to act casual as the white rabbit or the black rabbit or the neon green glitch with antenna ears rabbit makes eye contact from across the street. You don't chase it. That's amateur hour. You just walk. It knows where you're going before you do. The city bends just a little, and the trees might just twitch in unison, and the sky might change channels like a bored god flipping through memories. But you've learned to stop looking. Do I'm sorry, or hunting, or hunting, or hunting.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
Wabbit wax. Skyway about.
Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
Kill the wabbit.
Yatho, yo yo, yo yo yo.
Almighty warrior of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask him what's up, Doc?
I'm going to kill the rabbit.
Almighty hunter, it will be quite a task. How will you do it, might I inquire to ask?
I will do it with my spear and magic helmet.
Your spear and you and magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Never tell the monster to do
Magic helmet. Magic helmet.
Now be a cooperative little bunny and let me have your brain.
Sorry, Doc, but I need what little I've got.
In magic helmet with a rabbit.
Come back here, you rabbit.
You're so out of the window.
Yes, I
You're
know.
so out of the
I
way.
can't help
Yes,
it.
I know.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't
Brunhilde,
help it.
Be my love, Brunhilde, be my love.
Be very quiet, bee. You're hunting wabbits now. Be very quiet, bee. You're hunting wabbits now. Be very quiet, bee. You're hunting wabbits now. Not in the cute way. Not with a gun and a stutter and a catchphrase. No, this is the kind of hunt where the prey has higher clearance than you do. The kind where the wabbit is the one pulling your strings, glitching the streetlights, making your favorite song skip only on the part that used to mean something to someone. The kind of hunt where the moment you think you're the hunter, you're already in the snare. Be very quiet, you're hunting wabbits now. Be very quiet, bee. You're hunting wabbits now. Be very quiet, bee. You're hunting wabbits now. The wabbits don't bleed, they transmit, they interrupt, like pirated broadcasts wearing disguises that only your inner child can decode. You see one once in a parking lot behind a shut-down video store. Big plastic head, eyes that don't blink, just standing there like it knew something you didn't. You looked away for half a second, gone. And ever since they've been showing up when you're just about to settle, when you're just about to compromise. The second you lie to yourself and say, this is fine, boom, ear static, skip, blue, cue the old-timey cartoon music in your skull and the echo of that old voice. What's up, Doc? Doc. Why does that word feel loaded? Why does it feel like someone's trying to get you to remember your role in a story you never auditioned for? You see them in the corners, The wabbits, at first they look like old jokes, old memes, background noise, but then you realize the nodes, they're receivers. They only show up when a transmission is inbound, and the transmission is always personal. You've been cast in the reboot of your own life, and the laugh track is broken, the sets are recycled, the side characters keep switching faces, but reading the same lines. The audience, unseen, unless maybe you're the audience too. That's the part they don't tell you when you get born here, that you'll spend your life trying to remember what role you're playing, and who keeps rewriting your script every time you start to improvise. You light a cigarette with a spark that doesn't belong to this dimension. You adjust the antenna, you follow the ears. Be very quiet, baby. You're hunting robins now.